My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Monster Train 2, where we're here to do the Moon Master Challenge of the Dimensional Portal from Echoes of the Void. The full moon is always active, and your units gain more conduit as the endless night wears on. That kind of undersells what's going on here, so we've got Lunar Coven as our primary, we've got Pyreborn as our follow, the Pyreheart is just Echo of the Time Father, apply Frozen to all non-blight, non-scourge cards in hand, 1 time per battle. And then Mutators, full of it. The full moon is always active. You can still moon cycle, which is confirmed by the next Cult of the Moon. Friendly units gain conduit 1 and lose 2 damage on moon cycle. And then there's also economy class, -2 capacity per floor. So this is going to be heavily reliant on using spells consistently. Which, hey, gotta say, Celestial Storm in the base deck, that's certainly going to work well with that. And same with Magma Cultist, actually, 2 Ember, 1 size. In fact, having a 1-size creature is really good because of the 3 capacity that we have. We also have 2 Pyre Casks in the base deck. Seraph Eternus Chosen of Savagery. As long as I have enough spells in the deck, that's completely fine. We'll be able to target the backliners. Look at the artifact first. At the end of the turn, if it's full moon, yes, it is. It is always full moon, in fact. Spells in hand, gain +10 magic power. Yes, please. And then there's Lunar Steward. Moon Cycle gives 1/1 to friendly units, but it actually gives -1/1 to friendly units because Moon Cycle also takes 2 damage from friendly units. Or Celestial Spellweaver. Conduit 6, incant, gain Conduit 1. I mean, I know where I'm being pushed. And that's to build an incant floor and then try and find someone who can stand in front of Ekka and Magma Cultist and then just cast spells all day. Let's see how well we can support that. Oh, thank heck we're up against Astrael. Enemy sent to a Titan 1, should be okay. Okay, how do I want to set these up? Because I'm going to lose all of my damage, but I need to make sure that I have full cast available on the bottom line as well. The Bloated Whelps aren't going to be enough to take down anything here because of the Titan 1. I might not have thought of that as much as maybe I should have possibly. I don't know. I guess I'll play them top floor, but unfortunately, all of the sap will wear off of Astrael by the time they get to the top floor. But I will also have more time to draw into Pyre Cask and things like that. This first fight might just be rough. That might just be how that one has to be. Oh no, with 1 conduit on the bottom line, Witch Weaves can already take down the back line. That's cool. Celestial Storm. Actually, also, the full moon is always active. Celestial Storm is always going to be attuned. Okay, I'm seeing more value going on here. Ooh. I'm gonna have to Time Father just to keep these Pyre Casks. It's extremely important I give both of those to the boss as quickly as I can. Celestial Storm takes out the top line already, just enough conduit already to do that. Two Pyre Casks straight at the boss. Witch Weave. I mean, the bottom line doesn't have any damage attributed to it at the moment, so I think it's only appropriate to just throw additional Witch Weaves at the boss. Although the boss is going to heal 30 on its resolve phase anyway, so not really going to make too much of a difference. Yeah, unfortunate that we've got Celestial Storm this turn rather than previous turn, but I wanted to guarantee the Pyre Gel, so I didn't have the ability to freeze them this turn. Okay. Drop a Celestial Storm on the top line. Certainly could have been better, certainly could have been worse. We're not doing too badly. It could be much worse. Haze Blessing. This is just survivability on... oh my god. Survivability on a 1-cost common. Restore 5 health. Healing over max health applies armor instead. That gives me the ability to make Ekka the tank if I have the right opening hand. Flicker! Deal 1 damage to enemy units. For 0 cost? Yes, please. So definitely Merchant of Magic makes a huge amount of sense. Permafrost for a Celestial Storm, Holdover for Phase Blessing. Oh, but Lunar Coven units make more sense in general. I want to see the Lunar Coven unit, but I also... how soon? Okay, never mind. My next Merchant of Magic is after Archeon, and it's directly next to an Empyrean Well, so I have the opportunity to, like, super buff probably a Phase Blessing and then dupe it there. I think that's good enough for me to take this early Lunar Coven. And then maybe I'll even go Merchant of Arms for the second area. Dualism and Quick are both very interesting. Oh. So Moonguard, obviously, pretty ridiculous. Made Blade 3, New Moon 3, so it will scale with the Conduit on the floor, so it will lose damage from Cult of the Moon, but it'll also gain a ridiculous amount of damage from Cult of the Moon. Taking that and giving it Quick means I will always have pretty much one of the enemy targets dead very easily. It's probably the right choice. I kind of want to go Lunar Priestess instead, though. I shouldn't do that. So Lunar Priestess would give me a Moon Ritual spell every single turn, which is an incant for Ekka, but it's also a incant for the Magma Cultist, but it's also a Moon Cycle, giving additional conduit to both of them. This would help our scaling really hugely. But I could also just take Moonguard to benefit from the scaling. Moonguard could even stand on its own floor for a while, because it will still get enough size. Okay. I talked myself into it. You can have a Quick and plus 10 damage, and then Dualism will go on our Magma Cultist. And I will also give the Magma Cultist 10 Conduit by default. I mean, I'll give it 5, but Dualism will give it another. Hi, Dampener, -1 energy per turn. Kind of annoying because it means I won't be able to play both the Magma Cultist and Moonguard in the opening. Combat is basically exclusively solved with Phase Blessing in this for me. Otherwise, I kind of just have to watch Liege and go to the very top of the line and then beat the hell out of me. I'm worried that I can't take this Pyre Dampener. Rude. So I do want a Moonguard on the lows line. Maybe on the second? And then we can go Ekka. Here. Oh, Celestial Storm is already 100 damage to all of these enemies. Thank you. So that's exactly what we're looking for. Let's throw a single Spear Steward on the top line. I can get a Pyre Cask out there to super increase the damage from this floor as well. And I'll drop a Bloated Whelp who's ready to explode and take down multiple of these enemies next turn. Phase Blessing hopefully this turn, please. There it is. Restore 31 health to a unit. I almost want to try and keep it for the next turn, but I should obviously just keep the Celestial Storm for the next turn instead. Heck with Time Father. So let's go Celestial Storm, then Witch Weave, a Witch Weave, and then by the time you come to the next floor, it is ready to die. Beautiful. Ooh, Moon Pixie. Whenever one size, Conduit 3, enchant Conduit 3. Yes. Yes, please. Yes. One size units are really important right now. I'm probably going to end up having to go capacity on the first one. Golden Touch so I can start getting some Dragon Horde is nice. Naughty Whelp is also nice. One size unit with a relevant ability. I care more about Golden Touch right now. If it wasn't there, I probably would have gone for the Whelp, though. Merchant of Arms is a little harder to justify in the world that I don't really care to make any of it deployable, but it's not that hard, realistically. It's just down to what rooms would I even really want from it. Boiler Room makes a lot of sense. Just put that on the bottom line, and then I can continue combo casting while there's enemies alive. We have Inferno Room that I could use to clear like a lot of the bottom line, including the Savagery, very easily. And that would buy me a lot of time to just get more powerful on the second floor. There's also Mind Cage for a unit that we don't have because we don't have abilities. I mean, I kind of want to take the Inferno Room. I don't have to use it right now. I probably end up going capacity and energy. All I have to go is to one more Merchant of Arms before the end of the run. Possibly even this one with Luna covered next to it. Pop you in the deployable. Yeah, not having to waste, like, an AoE spell every turn allows me to focus instead on other large single target spells that are going to be much more relevant. Look at the Alco first. Ooh. Titan Skin 2 to a friendly unit's pretty good. Tome of the Lost Path would give us the ability to fly the Moon Guard to a floor that's overstack a floor with Moon Guard. That's it. Bingo. That's what we're doing then. High Remains. Next area is already forecast to be Merchant of Magic, so that I can try and up... Even if I just reduce the cost of Phase Blessing and dupe it, like, it is currently the best card in the deck because it currently is one of the only cards in the deck that solves our HP problem. And it, like, fully solves it immediately just by itself. It's real good at that. Love this. Clicker on the bottom line, which we've got him. Also drop a Whelp on each of these floors so that I can deny the initial Archeon hits. Oh, hell yeah. Golden Touch takes down the enemy backline. Phase Blessing keeps Ekka alive. Woo! I'm not going to freeze just so that I can play Pyrecast next turn. Yeah, what if I draw like 2 Celestial Storms on the same turn? I will have wanted to have frozen then. Not that that happened here. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, this will be losing Magma Cultist now. Oh, that'll do it, right? I'm gonna fly you down. And then we just have enough Conduit on this floor that the Moon Guard is hitting for truck damage. Get him. Oh my god. Curse of Dragon stuff, really? 2 Ember to give a unit incant, deal 1 damage to enemy units. That also handles all of our AoE. I think that's overkill in a world where I also have the Inferno Room, though. I really like the idea of being able to take Devilish Details. Consume, gain 3 Dragon Horde. Your player takes 8 damage, but we get 3 Dragon Horde. And with no Dragon Horde density in our deck yet, I'd love to have that, please. Astrologer, Hothead. Hothead bases around its damage, so is Nightingale. Astrologer on Moon Cycle would only get 3 damage. No, capacity is a problem for us. We don't solve it that way. I almost wonder if maybe there's a world where I don't need to go Heaven's Light here. No, because I'm looking for a Lunar Coven frontliner here, which actually, how many Lunar Coven frontliners are there? Am I thinking of just Spell Sentinel? I think I'm just thinking of Spell Sentinel at the moment. In which case, oops. Draw is going to be really relevant for us over the course of this run. We can save a lot of damage on our units by having the ability to play Inferno Room at the start of the fight. I think I take energy right now. Because it's 2 rows until I get to the Merchant of Arms, and then I can make my next big decisions. -1 cost Permafrost and Holdover. Unfortunately, I can't take both of those right now. Yeah, no, I'm not going to be able to take both of those. And Conduit 2, Celestial Spellweaver. Then the priority is get Holdover on a Phase Blessing. It has to be, right? And then do I dupe that? Is it that important that I dupe that? Just to try and get it earlier. Again, it solves all of the problems I have. I'm going to give it +10. I'm not only going to dupe it, I'm also going to cut a Bloated Wealth from the deck. To increase the presence of Phase Blessing in this deck as much as is possible here. Tennyson Pressstone spawned on each floor, a couple turns time, and that'll kill some of our units. Do I set up on floors 2 and 3 now so that I can, because Hordes of Heaven, Misshapen, yeah, no, I set up on 2 and 3. Because I would very happily play the Inferno Room on the bottom line. Rough for Celestial Storm to first be ready in the world where the Misshapen Fiends will take out Ekka. And I don't have the capacity to really change that. I need exactly to draw a Phase Blessing next turn to survive. Rough. I'm gonna play Devilish Details on the very top line. Apparently that used to take additional conduits, so I think you could dome yourself entirely. Come on, Phase Blessing! Oh, thank heck. Oh, we're not only okay, we are completely saved. Okay, down the Lost Path, you come down here. I would love to also sneak the Moon Pixie in. Sadly wasn't possible at the time. Hit there, then 35, and another 46. We are armored up. We have been big protects. One single welt was okay taking down that top line by itself. And I mean, look, I'll get Inferno Room on the bottom line. It's irrelevant, though. Fire Cask for you. Bit of healing, another Phase Blessing to this floor. Bloated, exploded. Welcome to the Armor Heaven. I can't rely on getting that every single fight at the right time. I need that to happen earlier. New moon effects are always active, so new moon and full moon effects both active at the same time. Moon caller, moon cycle triggers an additional time. Honestly, yeah. Friendly units lose conduit 1 and gain conduit 1 and lose 2 on moon cycle. Although I'm not manually causing any moon cycles myself. I really want to. Moonlit Glaive is also, you know, I mean, I have to click it. It's ridiculous damage for the floor. An equivalent exchange? No. Stuck up? Well, Mind's Cage. I don't really have anyone that cares about that. No, I'm fine. We'll skip and save. Yeah, I'll buy a second Moonlit Glaive. Spell Sanctum. I'll take a Spell Sanctum as well, yeah. Spell Sanctum, let's make the Inferno room deployable. Let's take another Moonlit Glaive. Ridiculous. I will obviously take the Silent Sentinel. And we're going capacity at our next opportunity. Combine 2 into 1. I can't combine 2 of the same equipment. I can, however, remove another Bloated Welt from the deck, just because it's reasonably cost effective at the moment. Non-boss enemy units gain multi-streaker. Perfect. Phase Blessing's already gone. 35 armor on the first turn. Another 41 right there. Spell Sanctum is down, so now we're paying 0 for them as well. Got them with the Giant Flicker. Unfortunately, they are 1 HP from dying, but that's okay. They go up to the next floor and then just get slain instantly. Golden Touch takes down the enemy frontliner. Yeah, I can afford it. Yeah, Moonlit Glaive will give good damage this floor. Still haven't gotten my Tome of the Lost Path, though. Ah, there we go. Tome of the Lost Path for you. You can fly down now. You can also have another Moonlit Glaive. There you go. You're doing 550. Oh my god. Start with the Celestial Storm for 345 damage to everyone, and then I'll follow up with the Phase Blessing for 85 armor. Phase Blessing is so ridiculous. That's it. Lunacy, Phase X times, apply 1x Conduit. Yes, please. It applies 2x Conduit, but also it does it to every target, not just the target you apply the Lunacy to. It's ridiculous. Sacrificial Chamber. Sadly, I can't take that. Dragon's Breath. This is just damage to every enemy, but it also applies Fire Gel. Sure. We'll loot the full horde. When you damage your own unit, reduce cooldown by 1. No. Shell. After using an ability, friendly units gain 3 armor. Sure. Oh! Artificial Talisman. Thank you. 3 additional Deployment Ember. That's going to give me the ability to also play the Spell Steward after I take my capacity. It's got to be Merchant of Magic, especially with the removals here. Permanently remove Consume. Honestly, I don't think any of these deserve the permanent removal of Consume yet. Negative costing. A lot of these get down to 0 cost pretty quickly, but like, you know, there's negative cost. One of the Dragon Swords. Holy Stone. I'm going to throw that on Lunacy just straight up. Allow me to heal my Pyre for X. Plus 10 magic power. Not especially relevant in the run where magic power is so easy to come by. Spell Chain. Spell Chain Tome of the Lost Path would give me the ability to send 2 units. It's not bad. Double stack the Dragon's Breath is a lot more Pyre Gel, which, yeah, used at the right time can be relevant. I'm gonna do that. And I'll Spell Chain the... Do I Spell Chain the Tome of the Lost Path? I kind of want to Spell Chain Devilish Detail so that I can get 8... oh, God. So that I can get 8 Dragon Horde out of every fight going on. I just have to take 16 damage in each of those fights, which means I have to use Lunacy a ridiculous amount. That's too much. Alright. Spell Chain the Tome. Negative 2 cost Consume. I'll hit 1 of the Celestial Storms with that. Unstable. Let's definitely just get rid of these Bloated Whelps. They're not doing anything in the deck at the moment. Next area is also going to be another Merchant of Magic. Maybe a Merchant of Steel. I could use Titanite. I could use some of the defensive upgrades. So Inferno Room will handle all the cherubs on the bottom line immediately. Yay. After I get capacity, this will be a good deal easier to do. Oh, hold up. You also play one of the Spear Stewards on the bottom line, because I have the energy to do so, and I may as well not leave it in the deck just rumbling around. I want a Spell Sanctum, but I don't really... I'm not going to be casting on the spell's floor at the moment. Okay. I'm going to Golden Touch the enemy backline. Then I'm going to use both tomes. And yeah, I'm just going to fly the Shield Steward to the second line. It's just another unit to gain Conduit. I might as well let it live. Hell, it's another unit to jump block for us. And then I'm going to Echo a Design Father to keep both of these, because these are really good. Spell Sanctum, give Fire Cast to the boss, then Celestial Storm, which we drop Vengeful Shard and play a Devilish Details. I'm going to have both of our flying units just use their ability so that we get 6 armor to the entire floor. Because I still haven't drawn either of my Phase Blessings yet. Liquor's not gonna fully kill you, so I'm gonna have to add some doing to it myself. I mean, if I can get away with just playing a big lunacy this turn. Yeah, we phase X+1 times, apply 1x1 conduit. But also 5 conduit to everyone on the floor. Granted, like, the Moonlit Glaive is a really good card, and I wish I was able to play there, but it was up against the X cost, and I need to heal my Pyre. Come on, it was a red decision, come on. And now it certainly feels like it. Oh, I didn't use the abilities, or did they just get them back? There you go with your movements. Being able to actually play the Moon Pixie and let it do something. Fun. Oh, hell yeah. Face blessing, drop that. Celestial Storm for 575 damage to everyone. And then we just directly attack Kale for a while. Throw a Dragon Storm down there. Oh, that's enough to have Kale die on its own floor before it even gets to ascend. And we've got Moonlit Glaives, just keeping this entire floor very comfortable. Hell yeah. I feel like I have a pretty optimal setup for this, thankfully. Duality, 1 Ember, attune, deal 10 damage to an enemy unit, or restore 10 health to a friendly. I mean, the fact that it's attuned gets 5 times spell damage, just immediately makes a pick. We'll take 2 capacity as well. Can't loot that, gotta save that. Loot it next match. I wanted to say another Merchant of Magic immediately, but other than making you deployable, what's the word I'm looking for here? Intrinsic. Maybe holdover for duality would be supported. Like, those are the 2 things. Multi-strike for the Moon Guard would be incredible. Mini Stone, Large Stone for the Silent Sentinel could be surprisingly relevant. Dualism Moon Pixie's nice. Titanite on the Silent Sentinel also really relevant. But Intrinsic is definitely the biggest upgrade that I can get. I almost feel like I should go to both Merchants of Magic, because giving me the ability to overstack 1 floor with Silent Sentinel and then Moon Guard coming immediately after, it's huge. Oh, but it's not needed, because I just took the capacity, so I can already get the Silent Sentinel on that floor. Alright, we're fine. Merchant's deal. That's the Titanite I was asking for, thank you. I want to go Dualism and Conjured on Moon Pixie. The only problem is I have to draw the Moon Pixie before the Tome, otherwise, of the Flight Path, rather. Otherwise, it's irrelevant. Do I want to spend that much money on something that could be irrelevant, especially when I'm about to go to a Merchant of Trinkets and Magic in the next area? I don't think I can afford that, even though it is good. Because it's not deployable, I can't really use it with this build at the moment. Yeah, that sadly didn't make anything much easier here. I'm going to take Heartstone for Silent Sentinel, and then we'll waddle away from the rest of that. Remarkable. I don't even get loot after that fight. Okay. Soul's Melter any time before right now would have been incredible, because if I put it on the Duelist and Magma Cultists, I would collect 2 souls for every kill. So basically, we would get a full 8 Dragon Horde after every fight. Unfortunately, I'm already gonna get 8 Dragon Horde after the next fight. I just have Devilish Tails and 1 Golden Touch. And then I don't have a Titans fight in this run. Exile's Diadem, -2 capacity. That, drawn at the right time, that could end up being relevant for the sake of the Moon Pixie. I'll take it. -1 energy per turn is fine because it's... I've got so much Deployment Ember that it doesn't actually change the way that I end up playing. Oh, there's the tomes. I'm gonna frost the tomes just so that I can play them at a later time when I want to. Yeah. I guess I can keep the rest of these spells as well. They're not currently accomplishing anything on another floor. And they do get +10 magic power at the end of every turn because of the Moonstone. I haven't even been paying attention to that yet. Oh, wow. Huh, we did actually draw the Moon Pixie. Sick, I get to do the thing. Moon Pixie. Tome of the Lost Path, Tome of the Lost Path. Let's fly you in there, and then you in there. Beautiful! What a floor! Unfortunately, I don't get to play a Phase Blessing here, but thankfully, I know that there is another one coming through the deck later. So we're all good. Oh, hell yeah. Giant Lunacy. Yes, please. Let's have the double shift of those units. Here's the Giant Lunacy for the floor. Yeah, Moonguard's already pretty much ready to slay by itself. Don't need to use that Celestial Storm. Hell, I don't even need to use any of these. Yeah, I'll use that Celestial Storm anyway. This is clear it's not going to be the make or break. So much more comfortable just throwing it away. Gotta use pretty much as many spells as I need to here to get Golden Touch to be lethal. And that's up to 8 Dragon Horde. And I don't know, Exile's Diadem for Ekka, make him a wee bit smaller. I do know that Spell Silent has an ability, it's just I always feel like I'm more than 3 turns away from wanting to use that ability. Or less than 3 turns away, rather, from wanting to use that ability, so I don't want to ever expend it. Okie dokie. Then a Giant Lunacy as well. And Phase Blessing, Phase Blessing. Let's see what we can do with this. Remove all of your spell shield. That's all I can do with this. Thankfully, I've really come to appreciate Mage Blade as a keyword because it gives you the ability to have units scale with the same thing that spells scale with, so it doesn't feel so I've got good spells or I've got good units. Unfortunately, the version of it that exists is kind of restricted to Lunar Coven at the moment. I feel like it would have had to come out of an area where it's like, okay, we need our spells to be good, but we also want the enemies to be quite large. And in order to balance both of those at the same time and still have the spell clan capable of like scaling into the late game, you really need spells to have much more scaling. So like both unit scaling through Mage Blade and also attuned for multiplicative magic damage scaling. Another Lunacy versus Moonbeam. X cost deal 20 damage to the front enemy unit X times. This is a really good way for me to just blow someone up. Blow up an entire floor, in fact. Banning the Flame would do some real damage here. Payoff? No, I don't need that. Banning the Flame, sure. Loot the Horde, we got hidden coffers. Can't use that really. I'll take a Ember Charge. Emote Tome. Oh, it's up against Abyssal Prism, and Abyssal Prism would hit Phase Blessing on all of my friendly units. Tome of the Lost Path would do that, wow. It should still be Emote Tome despite all of that, because the Phase Blessing is only really relevant on our frontliner, so. Sure, it can target everyone, but that's not really going to change anything. Subturn, fully heal champions, and Magma Core, Cinesalve. Sure, it'll save me a little bit of energy. Oh, Fey units. Oh, wow. Departure Manifest. Non-banner units have deployable. That's actually huge. Fey units gain Conduit 1 and 5 damage on Moon Cycle. Sure, that'll synergize with all of this. Non-deployable units. I need to remove so many of you now because, well, you're deployable. You became deployable. Holdover, Holy Stone. I mean, Holdover Lunacy is pretty cool. It's a ridiculous amount of scaling. Yeah, I take Holdover Lunacy. For a dupe? Probably shouldn't be any of the holdover cards, so I've got way too many of them. Okay, how many deployable cards do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are you kidding me? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, wow. I have actually far fewer cards in the opening hand than I thought. And my deployment ember is 9? I'm wondering if maybe I get a second Moon Guard. Four, 6, 7, 8. I'd have to short myself playing something like Moon Pixie in order to do it, but I think that's probably the best scaling available. Just given what the rest of the deck can do. Throw some random upgrades on some stuff and run into the next battle. So Inferno Room bottom line. Silent Sentinel, Echo, Magma Cultist here, then Moonguard top. But if I don't have someone to block for them, it's not even that helpful. Not too many cards actually keep them alive by themselves on the top line. I mean, it's just Phase Blessing, really. Oh, that's here's the argument then. It's to get a... The opening becomes Silent Sentinel with a Moonguard top, and then midline is Echo, Moonguard, and Magma Cultist at the back. Yeah. Oh, great. We immediately got Phase Blessing, so we're already okay. I mean, I'd love to keep the Moonbeam in hand as well. Probably Flicker too. Oh no! Right, I forgot about my Emote Stone immediately. I'm doubling up on the Phase Blessing, of course. Honestly, I think Echo of the Time Father just so I can hold both of these for an oh heck turn. There's the tomes. I think we're ready to do it. Although that's not going to be the first spell, because we don't want that one to be the dupe one. It's Blessing, then Tome, Tome. Slide both of you down here. Unfortunately, that means we've also removed the Silent Sentinel's other ability, but that's okay. I've got the ability to heal you anyway. Throw out the Witch Weave, and yeah, that's the floor we were looking for. Yeah, screw it. I'm finishing this fight with 8 Dragon Horde. It's not necessary at all. It is 100% just a flex. But I'm doing it. Missed. Spell Sanctum lowers the cost of this floor. Oh, but I have to go past both Moonlit Glaives. That can't be good. That can't be the right idea, I don't think. Yeah, that feels a lot more appropriate. Give a Pyrecast to Seraphim on the top. Oh, second Pyrecast to Seraphim on the top line. Duality is already enough to just strike a full target down by itself there. Sure, I gotta take some damage to some Terrifying Amalgams, but we will be okay. You'll have to trust that we will be okay. Again, this is an opportunity for me to choose a bad path in order to have fun, because the Dragon Sword was available there. Double flight. Oh, Lunacy has holdover as well, so I just cast it anyway. I'm gonna play it next turn. Yeah, I no longer feel threatened by anything. Moonga. Huge Lunacy. Another Lunacy for free. It's a shame I didn't have the Moon Pixie out, benefiting from the Moon Cycle constantly as well. That said, I think we did okay despite it. Moonbeam is ready to... oh, it only kills the Terrifying Amalgams, unfortunately, at the moment. Let's go double Dragon's Breath on everyone. There you go. Do you actually... you do get a combat phase. You get to hit us once. Clock it. Under 50. Here we are in the under 50 club. 50 minutes in 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Woo! Not many sub 50 runs. Obviously, though, Dimensional Portal is certainly going to push you in that direction because it gives you a full direction to start with. You don't have to think about, well, what am I going to most benefit from? You kind of just have to barrel down the line that's being prescribed for you and hope you find the right things for it. Very glad to have found the right things for it here. It unlocks for us the challenge Mortal Enemies. Your units are taking a beating. Keep them standing so they don't fall over. Attrition. Units' health persists between battles. Oh. What? Permadeath. When a non-champion unit dies, it is purged from the deck. I mean, you know, that gives us the ability to get rid of all the stewards easily. That's nice. Artificial Intelligence. Pyre abilities now have a 2-turn cooldown. So instead of once per battle, Winged Spirit restores the front friendly units to full health. Now it does it once every 2 turns. Okay, that's okay. Basically, I just have to plan around our frontline units never dying. And Umbra and Lunar Coven probably both feel pretty comfortable doing that. We'll have to see how we approach it. Not in the next episode, but in a few episodes' time. I've obviously got to go back into the main game. But for the moment, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Monster Train 2. Top left is a series playlist for all my content on the game, past, present, and future. YouTube recommendations are down below, streaming past to the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. Out of the thank tier. And a special thanks this episode to Maloko. Hopefully you'll have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully see you all next time.